Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Andre, and today I'm going to show you why it's very important to preview cars before buying them at salvage auctions. All right, so this is a 2017 BMW M3 we just got from IAA. Beautiful car, and this car was impounded by police, so we bought it as an impounded vehicle. So as far as the damage, if you look around, basically it doesn't have much damage except like some cosmetic stuff over here, and this weird blue and black combination. When I saw this in the pictures, I already knew that most likely it's wrapped, so I knew this is not paint, and of course it turned out like this. So we already took some wrap off and it comes off easily, so I'm sure underneath the paint should be good, but it does have a couple dents over here on the fender. So this stuff we saw in the pictures, right? But here's what we didn't see in the pictures, right? So if you look inside, check this out. And this car is beautiful. It has, it has all the right options. It has carbon fiber roof. This is a very expensive option. So yeah, so here's what we didn't see in the pictures. If you look close up, look at the seat, guys. You see this cut right here? Okay, so this is the passenger seat. Now take a look at the rear seat. In the pictures, this is how it looked like. You see this part was laying down there, so I thought, okay, they just threw it there, right? But when you lift it up, check it out. Somebody just cut it with a knife for no reason. The whole rear seat. And this piece was conveniently placed right there. As you're gonna see in a few, I'll show you how it looked like in the pictures. And the same thing here on the driver's side. Check it out, guys. You see the driver's seat? It's cut right here and over here. And also there's a cut on the passenger seat here. So somebody just, I guess, got mad. Oh, and one more thing here. Look at the steering wheel. It's cut as well. This steering wheel is like $700 from a junkyard. So I guess maybe the guy knew that the car was gonna get impounded or something, and he got mad and he just cut everything. I don't know what happened, but none of this stuff was visible in the pictures. And I just looked up seats, like used seats. They're like $2,000 each for this car, and you can't even find them. There's very few of them. So what we're gonna end up doing is probably taking them to upholstery place and just fix them. But still, it's gonna, between the front and rear seats, replacing the steering wheel, I think it's gonna cost us around like $1,500 probably. So the bottom line is, we would love to, we bought this car sight unseen. The problem is nowadays a lot of auctions, they don't allow previews, so you cannot even go and check these cars in person. And of course, from what I hear, these people are trained to take pictures so that you don't see all the damage. And I'm gonna show you in a second how this car looked like in the pictures. You see for yourself. So my point is, if you can't preview car in person, always leave some room for, for stuff like that, for unexpected damage that you don't see, because every car we get always has something that we didn't account for. So especially on high-end cars like this. So this car is a $45,000 car, like it's worth like 45 grand with 50,000 miles, and we paid 22,000, so we have plenty of room even for stuff like that. Even considering all the damage that we have to fix, I'm sure it's going to be a money maker anyway. So my point is, guys, never buy a car, like, always leave room for mistakes and make sure that you're going to win even in the worst case scenario. So that's the bottom line, okay? So let me show you guys how this car looked like in the pictures, so you can see how evil these auctions are and how careful you need to be when buying these cars. Okay, guys, so let me show you how this car looked like in the pictures when I was previewing the cars before buying it. So as you can see, they did take some pictures from the outside, so you can see the dent on the fender that I showed you, and the rest of the body pretty much. But inside they only have one picture from the right front passenger side. And if you look closely, this is the HD view, right? So if you like really close, do like a close-up view, you can see this scratch, but if you know it's there. But if you don't, if you just look at the car for the first time, and you probably won't even pay attention to this. And of course, look at the rear seat. You see the way they took pictures. They put this piece right there in the middle of the seat where the cuts are, so you can't see them. And to me, I know I'm 100% sure they did it on purpose, because there is no way it just happens accidentally. And that's it. And there is a 360 view, right? You can see the outside of the car, but guess what? There is no inside 360 view for some weird reason. I'm wondering why is that, because usually they provide both outside and inside view, but in this particular case it's only outside. I wonder why. So of course there was no way for me to know about all these cuts on the driver's seat, on the steering wheel. There is no way for me to know without actually previewing this car. And yeah, so and this happens time and times again, guys. It's not the first time, and I'm sure not the last time. One of the tow truck drivers that was delivering cars for us, he told me that these people at IAA, the yard people that check in cars, they told them that basically they get trained on taking pictures so they don't show the damage. So people pay more money for these cars not knowing about certain types of damage. So again, be very careful, guys. Always inspect pictures very closely in HD view. Zoom in if you need to, and inspect them very closely, and expect the worst. Always leave at least $500, $1,000 or more for unexpected damages, especially when there are some suspicions. Make sure you have enough room for mistakes. So as you can see, guys, never rely 100% on the information that the auctions provide, because these people are very sneaky and they try to trick you and hide damage in the pictures and in the videos. So you have to be very careful. You have to look at pictures very carefully and assume the worst. Okay, so this car, we're probably gonna sell it for around $35,000, and like I said, we bought it for $22,000. It's gonna cost me probably $2,000-3,000 to get it to a condition, to a mint condition. So I'm expecting to make around 10 grand on it. But the bottom line is, it's going to be very hard for me to lose money on this car. Okay, so this is how I approach buying this car. So the worst case scenario, I'm going to get my money back no matter what, and the best case scenario, we're going to make 10 grand. So always make sure that numbers make sense, and on high-end cars like this, you should be making at least 25-30% profit. Otherwise it's just not worth it. Okay, all right, guys, so I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.